Hello YouTube, this is Zeroed In, and I'm bringing you another team deathmatch, this time with the Scorpion without a suppressor. And first let me start off by saying I made the mistake of accidentally not picking Scavenger. I thought I did before the match started, but it turns out I had Ghost left on my class, so really what you want to do is leave Scavenger on for this class instead of Ghost. Ghost, while it helps with the spy planes and that sort of thing, it's you run out of ammo very quickly with the Scorpion. As you can see, I end up switching to some person's Enfield over and over again because I keep running out of ammo in this thing. And it does chew through ammo pretty quick. It's only got a 20-round magazine, but as I mentioned before in a video where I was using the Scorpion, it packs a punch at close range, and it is insanely laser accurate. Even with rapid fire, there's absolutely no need for a grip on this weapon. If you use a grip on this weapon at all, I think you're doing it wrong. There's no reason why you should be using a grip on this thing. As far as I can see with the stats, I'm sure it does have some very small effect on the recoil, but obviously not enough to ever warrant its use. So luckily here I'm trying desperately to pick up the guy's Scavenger bag here, and I realize, oh crap, I don't have Scavenger. So luckily I managed to pick up his Enfield, and I've also been using the Enfield a lot lately, and I gotta say it's if not my favorite assault rifle, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's very balanced and fast firing. Not as fast at firing as the FAMAS and the AUG, but it does the same damage. The one thing it does that other assault rifles don't do, it actually sights in a little bit quicker. This is very apparent if you're using Sleight of Hand Pro. When you hit that left trigger, you're just boom, you're just right into your aim down sights mode. So keep that in mind. It's something that I think could be helpful over just having a faster fire rate. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of the FAMAS and the AUG just because of that reason, just because they chew through so much ammo. So here I'm watching the replay of how that guy knifed me. It's insane. He flew around that corner so fast, and on first person mode when I was actually when I was playing this live, he came around that corner even faster than I expected. It was literally like he just teleported across and hit me. And that's a common theme I've been seeing in a lot of my games lately, and I can't really blame Black Ops for it. I've been having a lot of connection issues lately, and until I've developed some more recent strategies that have helped me out to kind of combat this sort of thing, I've been having some pretty crappy games. I'll be honest with you guys. This is an older game before my connection got so crappy. I really don't know what happened. But all of a sudden, I'm playing like every game on either yellow bars or just 3 light green bars. So, which means I'm roughly at a little over 100 ping, maybe 150, 200 ping or something like that. Which in a game like Black Ops can be absolutely breaking. It can mean the difference between winning and losing a firefight that gets you your next kill streak, and that is, let me tell you, it's frustrating. It's it's something that you can't really do too much about. But I've also recently discovered the only use locale or whatever party search. If you don't know how to do that, I'll leave a little description on how to do that in the box for those of you who've been having some pretty crappy connections like myself. And that does help a lot, but what's weird is I've never had to use that before, and I used to have green bars all the time, so I don't know. I don't really know what's going on, but so anyways, here I'm really just trying to focus on counterattacking the enemy wherever I can. I try to focus on I focus on these things all the time, regardless of what kind of strategy or whatever type of class I'm trying to play. Here are the absolute basics of what you need to do when you're playing every time. Try to focus on counterattacking when you see the enemies light up on the screen. If they're close enough to you and you see the red dots, carefully move into that general position. More often than not, there'll be more enemies behind them, there'll be usually 2 or 3 sometimes even, because it seems like with the way the spawns work in this game that oftentimes teammates follow each other a lot, and so they'll follow in a big pack, and usually one red dot can give away the whole team. So that's one tip. It doesn't work all the time, but sometimes it can really help you out. And another thing I try to focus on is trying to know where the enemy team is at least going to be coming from. So right here, like, you don't see me running out into the open necessarily. I don't immediately charge across the center there to try to get to where the enemies are coming from. I know they're coming from this direction, so I just kind of sit and watch and listen for them. More importantly, listen for them. I really like Ninja Pro. I know a lot of you are convinced that Ninja Pro is worthless in this game, and I would say that it's less useful than it has been in previous games, but it definitely still has a really good purpose, and that is to locate enemies when you can't see them. When you are at a decent distance away from your team and you hear footsteps or you hear anything, you'll know it's the enemies. And I'm convinced that Ninja Pro also makes the enemies' voices louder too, which are sometimes the bigger giveaway rather than footsteps. Footsteps are kind of like the last resort of hearing an enemy. If you hear their footsteps, they're usually just right up on you. So you definitely need to be careful as soon as you hear footsteps. But if you hear voices, if you hear them reloading, usually they shout a lot in this game. So if you hear that, try to move into position, try to play a little bit more aggressive and follow those voices and see if you can't get some kills with that. So those are some basic strategies that worked for me in this game. I'll definitely cover those more in depth with some more videos. So final score is 33-2, and please rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't, guys. Thanks.